if he was Puerto Rican.
All right, Jesse, you asked for it, and now you got it. This is the fantasy matchup that you always talk about. This is the fantasy matchup that you always say, Beeb, who do you think would win? Well, we're going to find out in a couple of minutes. So, Pernell Whitaker versus Floyd Mayweather. The two are arguably two of the best defensive fighters of all time. Would you say that these two guys are in the top 10 or at least maybe even top 5 defensive fighters of all time? Would it be fair to say that or no? Is that a stretch?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, from where I came up with it, and by the way, thank you for having this conversation with me.
Of course, of course.
Um, and if you're not subscribed to Ringside Reporter, you should be subscribed.
Thank you for that plug.
Um, I is this is a fight that just came to like my mind, and then me, you, and Brian were talking about it. Shout out to Brian Pryor, and I think as great of as a fight this would be, it will be like the fucking most boring greatest fight of all.
Well, sometimes when you think that, it's crazy in boxing because sometimes when you say, "Oh, this fight's going to be the most exciting fight ever. This is going to be a war," those are the fights that tend to turn out to be not so exciting. But then when you look at a fight like this and you think it's going to be
like,
when you look at a fight like this, but then
But-
when you look at a fight like this and you think it's going to be a stinker, it may not because sometimes Floyd, and even Pernell Whitaker, sometimes, like if you look at the Diabelli's Hurtado fight that Pernell Whitaker was in when he scored that knockout, that was a pretty exciting, entertaining fight, man. That was an action-packed fight. That like Pernell Whitaker actually went in for the kill. And we see Floyd Mayweather, those Maidana fights were pretty exciting.
Yeah,
we seen him. We seen him. We seen him in the the Canelo fight. He kind of took the aggressor. He played the role of the aggressor. So someone's going to have to take the lead, and both guys have shown, on different occasions that they can take the lead if they have to. But go ahead.
against each other, I don't know, because I mean, we're talking about, like, let's say if they see each other, I think they will both recognize each other's skill set, and I think the only thing that has the lead on this is Pernell, because Pernell's a southpaw, correct?
Correct.
And that may throw Mayweather off for a second or two. And I think if I had to judge this battle, I mean this fight, I think Pernell wins by a round, maybe. But even then, I don't know, because
You want me to break it down for you?
let me hear you. Yep.
Okay. So Floyd Mayweather, because he'd be in there with a southpaw, okay, he wouldn't be able to use the shoulder roll. Would be ineffective against a southpaw.
Right.
This fight would have shades of his fight with Zab Judah, and we saw what Zab Judah was able to do to Floyd. So when Floyd would be in there with another guy who's fast, but the thing about Whitaker is he's slick, and Floyd kind of stands his ground a little bit, and he stands there and just tries to catch and shoot on you. Pernell Whitaker tends to turn you a lot. Like he'll step back and pivot out. Floyd moves a little bit too, but Pernell Whitaker bends a little bit more at the waist. He makes himself more of a compact target, more of an elusive target. Floyd a lot of times he stands straighter up than Pernell Whitaker. So we've seen Pernell Whitaker sometimes he'll bend below his opponent's waist. He does a lot of those herky jerky movements that really throws his opponent off and really frustrates his opponent. And the thing about Floyd too is he's very economical with his punches. Pernell Whitaker puts them together. He's not just a one and done type guy. He's not afraid to reel off three or four at a time. Once he can land that one on you. because
Yo,
he flurries.
this is why I love hearing you talk boxing, bro. You know this shit,
Yeah,
bro.
because Floyd sometimes tries to land that perfect shot. Pernell Whitaker will just throw a flurry, and if he only hits you at one of those 3 or 4 shots, he doesn't care. So Floyd's more of a perfectionist with his punches. He wants to land that one perfect shot. He wants to be that marksman. Pernell Whitaker will just blanket you with punches. You know, he'll throw a flurry and move out. Throw a flurry, move out, or he'll set a trap. He'll set a trap, and then he'll suck you in, and he'll be like, and then he'll move out. So I think Pernell Whitaker is a little more
You,
slicker than
you think
Floyd
Whitaker
Mayweather.
wins? You think Whitaker wins?
I think Whitaker would outpoint Floyd because I think that his output would be higher, and I think that Floyd not being able to use the shoulder roll here, I think he would leave himself open a little bit. I don't think his jab to the body would be effective against Pernell Whitaker because Pernell Whitaker's short and he gets so low that it would be hard to hit him, jab him to the body because he doesn't give you much to punch at. So
But
I think that Pernell Whitaker wouldn't land all of his punches, but I think he'd throw more, and Floyd would throw less. Pernell Whitaker would probably maybe land slightly more. So the punch stats, I'm not a big punch stat guy, but if you were to do punch stats in this fight, I think Pernell Whitaker's output would be much higher, but both guys would land probably about the same amount of punches. Maybe Whitaker would land slightly more. But I think the judges would get the impression, or Whitaker would give the judges the impression that he's doing more because he would be throwing more punches. And I think he'd be making Mayweather miss a lot. If you're going to just throw one punch at a time, one punch at a time against a guy like Pernell Whitaker, who's a master defensive fighter, then it's going to be hard to hit a guy like that.
well, I have a question for you too.
Go ahead.
They both face Oscar De La Hoya. People said Pernell got robbed against Oscar. Mayweather beat Oscar, and there are people that saying Oscar should have won that fight. What's your assessment on their De La Hoya fights? Are they the same or what?
Well, you have to take into consideration that Mayweather was a younger, closer. He was younger and he was more in his prime than De La Hoya was. Pernell Whitaker, was at the tail end of his career, and he caught De La Hoya in his prime. So you have to ask yourself, when you looked at a Pernell Whitaker who wasn't at his best, and I still thought he beat De La Hoya, and then you look at a Floyd.
How many rounds to what? Do you know what you scored it?
I think I had it. I think I had I think I had Whitaker winning.
8-4, 7 to.
I think it was 8-4, and I had Floyd winning his fight against Oscar 8-4. So, yeah.
So both put on the same performance. You think?
Well, I thought Pernell's was more impressive because I thought De La Hoya was able to land in the first half of the fight. He was landing a shitload of jabs on Floyd. Floyd had it. If you go back and watch the post-fight press conference, Floyd had a mouse under his eye from De La Hoya's jab. So De La Hoya made that fight competitive for the first 6 rounds, whereas I thought that Whitaker was just frustrating the hell out of De La Hoya. So I just think Whitaker is slicker than Floyd. I think he bends more at the waist. He has a lot more herky-jerky, awkward movement, where Floyd, I think, stands straighter up, and when he's fighting a southpaw, he's like, he puts the earmuffs on. And I just think that if Floyd's putting the earmuffs on, it's just going to be harder for him to generate his offense. He generates his offense better out of the shoulder roll than he does when he has the earmuffs, because that's more of a defensive stance for him. He'll try to catch and shoot, but it'll be hard to time Whitaker, because Whitaker is just so awkward. He's so good at throwing feints, and he's just such a slick fighter that I think I just think he'd have a hard time, gauging Whitaker's herky-jerky movement and his feints, and I just think that Whitaker would just be rat-a-tat-tatting him all night, to be
By,
honest with you.
by the way, this episode is sponsored by Corona Light. Corona. Corona
Yeah,
Light
yeah.
gives you less calories. All right, so let's do this. Can you want to break it down round by round or no?
Well, how can we break it down round by round? I mean, if the fight never happens,
No, no,
I
that's what I'm asking you. Do you want to say what happens? Well, let's do this.
all right,
From the first,
let's break it down like this. Floyd's always been a slow starter, right? And
so
Whitaker,
hasn't Pernell too?
I don't think so. I think Whitaker tries to touch. He tries to touch his opponent. I think he's more active with the jab. I think Whitaker throws a lot more jabs than let's do something.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find some stats on their average punches. Okay.
Because me and Brian were talking about this, and we said the total punch count would be like 80.
Nah.
Like it would be the most boring, best fight of all time. Because the thing with Pernell and Mayweather that I don't see neither. I don't see any of them leaving the defensive grounds.
No, Mayweather will. Mayweather will.
You see Mayweather becoming the offensive?
Whitaker landed 286 for average. Okay, let me see. Okay.
Yo, but Beeb, isn't this one of the best fantasy matchups you would like to see? Would have loved to see.
Listen to this stat.
Go ahead.
Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker is one of only 7 fighters in CompuBox 26-year history to land 500 or more punches in a fight. Wow. Whitaker landed 286 jabs against Azuma Nelson, which is second all-time in CompuBox history. Whitaker also landed 272 jabs. You see what I'm talking about? Whitaker's jab? He landed a shitload of jabs.
What does it say about Mayweather?
Whitaker outlanded Julio Cesar Chavez 311 to 220 in total
but
punches.
Chavez still won that fight.
It was a draw.
Chavez Whitaker was a draw?
It was a draw. Come on, Jesse. Wake up.
I'm sorry.
So now let's look. So Whitaker was more accurate than Floyd. But here's the thing. He threw more.
What's Floyd's counts?
Most punches landed one fighter in a championship fight. Okay. Troy Dorsey, 620. Roman Gonzalez, 594. Philip Holiday, 555. John Molina, 550. Johnny Perez, 531. Joseph Ekbeko, 528. And Pernell Whitaker, 526. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's number 7.
By the way, look at the shirt. Look at the shirt, bro.
I see it. So Mayweather's not even on this list.
Ringside Reporter, you guys get it for $20.
Mayweather's not even on this list. Most jabs landed in a fight. Pernell Whitaker's number 5. Ike Corte, 313. Pernell Whitaker, 286. And then he landed 272. So he landed the most jabs in a fight. He's like number 2 on 2 occasions. It's Ike Corte for 313. It's Pernell Whitaker is number 2 at 286. And then Shabbat Flores is 275. And Arturo Gotti's 273. And then Pernell Whitaker is number 5 again with 272. So I just think the amount of jabs that he lands, like he'll just peck away. he'll peck away at Mayweather, and that'll tell the story. Let's look at Mayweather's stats now. Mayweather.
Yeah, I was about to ask that, but also you got to understand the way Mayweather boxes too.
Mayweather.
Mayweather's just one that refuses to lose. Like if he sees he's down, I don't. I think this might be one of the. If this happened, this might be one of the greatest matches that ever happened. Mayweather might just. I mean, like, look. Sugar Shane almost knocked him down in the second round. Mayweather held strong and just came back and like beat him for 10 rounds straight, right?
Who's the most accurate puncher in boxing? Benny Leonard.
But I thought you were saying Mayweather stats.
I wanted to see if Mayweather was on that list. Let me see. Hold on.
Google who is the best defensive fighter of all time. That might be something.
Here's where Mayweather is really good. He's his accuracy rate is 46, but he has a 46% connect rate. And
That's pretty high, right?
yeah, I think that's the highest in CompuBox statistics. Pacquiao's power punch stat is 45.3, just behind Mayweather's at 47.8. Pac-Man's opponents laying 33% on him. And Mayweather only gets hit by 16% of his punches, his opponent's punches. But here's the thing. You got a guy. Okay. Okay. So it doesn't okay, let me see. It doesn't give you Mayweather's average punch count though. Let me see if I can find it. Jabs, jabs. Okay. Jabs. Yeah, so I can't find the amount of punches he throws, but I know in a lot of his fights he doesn't throw a ton of punches. Let's look at Pacquiao Mayweather. Here we'll do this. We'll do Mayweather De La Hoya punch stat numbers, and then we'll do Whitaker De La Hoya punch stat numbers. How's that? But like I said,
Sounds good.
Whitaker throws a shitload of jabs. Whitaker throws a shitload of jabs. This is gonna be an interesting stat right here. Let's see how they okay.
Now you're confused on. Yeah, Brian said he was going to do the live chat. What does Brian say in this situation? I want to know if he's talking anything.
Okay. So look at this. Okay. De La Hoya landed 82 of 341 power punches, 24%, and Mayweather landed 138 of 241, 57%. De La Hoya connected on 122 of 587 total punches. Mayweather connected 207 of 481, 43%. So Mayweather threw 481 punches and landed 207. De La Hoya threw 587 punches and landed 122. So Mayweather landed 43% of his punches against De La Hoya. De La Hoya only landed 21%. Wow. So let's look at now.
I mean, like I said, there's a lot of people that believe De La Hoya won that fight.
I'm not one of them.
I'm not neither. But isn't the rule to be the champ, you have to beat the champ?
No.
You know.
That's a bullshit rule. Score the fight. You score the fight, and you add the points up at the end. That's it. Okay, let's see.
So what?
So
All
look at
right.
this now. Look at this. Here's the difference. Whitaker lands 232 punches, but he throws 582. Okay? He throws 582 punches. De La Hoya lands 191 and throws 556. So you see the difference in punches thrown by Whitaker compared to the punches thrown by Mayweather. He just throws more punches, and that's where I think it'll be. That's where I think the difference will be. But Whitaker won that fight. There's no doubt in my mind. Whitaker knocked him down too. Whitaker knocked down De La Hoya in that fight, and he still lost.
Yeah, I think I mean, this is a special part of my heart for De La Hoya, but I I I thought he got away with a lot of robberies. I think I Corte beat him. If you want to be completely honest,
So you could just tell that
do you think Corte beat him?
No, I thought De La Hoya beat Corte.
Oh,
That
okay.
was close. It was close though. So you see what I'm saying? Like Whitaker was just more active. He just threw more punches. So both guys are similar that they're defensive, but if you got two guys that are defensive counter punches, the guy that's more active is probably going to outpoint the other guy, right? Wouldn't you say that? In a close matchup like this, the guy who's throwing more punches probably going to win, right or wrong.
I want to bring politics into it now for a second too. Let's say Mayweather's on winning streak and he faces Pernell, and Pernell does beat him.
Oh,
Is there?
we're gonna go prime for prime. We're gonna go prime for prime here. That's how we do fantasy matchups, prime for prime.
Well, even prime for prime, Mayweather in his prime was.
I think Whitaker wins this fight 8 rounds to 4. I think Floyd starts off slow. Whitaker just nicks like four of the first 6 rounds. Then I think Mayweather goes on a little run in the middle of the fight, and I think Whitaker just closes the show strong. I think he just puts his foot on the gas pedal and just starts pecking away at Mayweather, sticking and moving, throwing a flurry here and there. And I think Mayweather's going to be the guy chasing Whitaker, and Whitaker's just going to be getting low, dipping and ducking, bending below the waist. The referee's going to warn him a few times, you can't bend below the waist. All these tactics are going to frustrate the shit out of Mayweather, who like I said before, stands a little bit more straighter up than Whitaker. And I think Whitaker I'll point him.
I'm gonna choose a prediction that's gonna piss you off.
Nothing pisses me off.
I'm predicting a draw.
But you said yesterday you thought Whitaker would win.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking about it.
Now you want to flip the script because you want to be controversial.
No, I was thinking about it. How great would a draw be? And it's true. We've seen it happen with Marquez Pacquiao. We've seen it happen with Triple G Canelo. Two evenly matched boxers. It could be a draw.
What do you guys think in the chat? Let's do a roll call here in the chat. Who got Whitaker and who got Floyd?
But yes, if I had to pick a winner besides a draw, it would be Whitaker.
What's your official pick?
A draw.
I'm going with Whitaker. I'm going with Whitaker unanimous decision.
You getting mad at me because I'm picking a draw?
Kali King says Brian says Whitaker. Let's count the Whitakers and we're gonna count the Floyds.
No, wait. How many draw? Does draws count?
No, Jesse. We got 2 Whitakers and 2 Floyd so far. No. 1, 2. Yeah, I got 2 Whitakers and 2 Floyds so far. I'm a Whitaker. So that's three. So three Whitakers, two Floyds, and one draw.
I
Bronze
could tell.
plum,
I
bronze
could tell when you
plumber,
get.
bronze plumber. That's another Whitaker. So we got four Whitakers.
I could tell when Beep was getting pissed
Why am I getting pissed?
because I said draw.
I don't give a shit what you say. I have to do the show with Eric telling me that fucking um Mike Tyson would beat George Foreman. And so did Robbie. It's like fucking
What now?
no. George Foreman in his prime versus Mike Tyson in his prime. Who wins?
Tyson.
Nah, I'm going with Foreman. You think Tyson beats Foreman? George Foreman that knocked out Joe Frazier. Think Tyson beats that Foreman?
I gotta think about it. I don't know.
No way.
I gotta think about it.
There's no fucking way that Tyson beats that Foreman. I just don't think so, man. So Pernell wins this matchup 4-2, and we got one draw. Burgess Meredith. Here's another. We got another Floyd. So 4-3. See, everyone in the chat says Foreman would beat Tyson. Exactly. But Robbie, last week, Robbie and Eric picked fucking Tyson over Foreman. I couldn't believe it. I was flabbergasted.
Yo, Beep, can we do another one next week? Fantasy matchup.
Do as many as you want.
Who,
I'll break them down. Like I'll be the analyst. I'll give you an analytical breakdown.
Who would you like to see? Who would you like? Who should we do?
Who should we do? I got a great one. Jermell Charlo versus Terry Norris. That would be a great one. What does Floyd do better than Pernell? I don't know. You could argue that Floyd's maybe a slightly harder puncher, but Pernell had some pop in his left hand. But I think Whitaker had a better jab. I think he was more active with it. Hand speed, I might edge Whitaker the hand speed. Foot speed, I'd edge Whitaker in the speed category. Defense category, I would edge Whitaker. The only thing I'd probably say Floyd is probably slightly harder puncher than Whitaker. But Whitaker was he was a good fighter, man. He won a junior middleweight title. He won a lightweight title, junior welterweight title, and a junior middleweight title.
Yo, Joe, I just thought of another idea. Maybe we could do in between. Best boxing movie.
Wow, that's kind of corny, but I'll do it. I already know what my best boxing movie would be.
Rocky?
No. Well, why am I going to say it now if we're going to do a video on it at a later date? What the fuck's wrong with you?
But have you ever saw it's an Adam Carolla movie. It's called The Hammer. Have you ever watched it?
No. Is it good?
Really good. It's like a little bit of a dark comedy where he's just a blue worker that notices he knows how to box and stuff, and he starts knocking people out. You ever saw The Simpsons when Homer was like just punching people out?
No.
It was like that.
Burgess Meredith has another Whitaker.
No, you know what? I told you if you put a gun to my head, I choose Whitaker. But I don't mind the draw pick. because we seen a lot of epic fights end up in draws. Triple G Canelo, Vasquez versus Marquez, Marquez versus Pacquiao. Why is a draw pick so disturbing to you that I chose a draw pick?
I didn't say it was disturbing to me. What are you putting words in my mouth for?
No, but you acted like all right, like
My whole
you acted
thing,
like
my whole thing is this. All week you were saying Whitaker would win.
I
I see.
believe that.
It looks like
I believe,
someone paid you off to say a draw. That's all.
no, I thought about it, and I'm thinking
I
about all
mean,
the
if
fights.
someone slipped you some cash for you to come on here and say a draw, then that's fine. That's okay.
No, no, nobody predicts.
You just caught me off guard because you were saying that Whitaker all week. You were saying that you thought Whitaker would win.
I do think Whitaker will win, but thinking about it further, I'm thinking about
So why are you afraid to just say Whitaker will win?
no, because I'm thinking about Fury versus
All right,
Wilder.
so I got an AK stuck right in your mouth right now. I got an AK in your mouth. You got to pick who wins this fight,
Whitaker.
and then that's your pick. You can't cop out and say a draw.
But I'm
Don't be a
saying,
coward. You can't be a
but
coward.
no. What I'm doing is I'm doing a gambling mentality. If I
Whitaker versus Duran, I don't know, man. Maybe Duran wins that one. That's a tough one. I don't know, man.
Duran
Wow.
wins that one. Duran wins.
I think Duran might edge that one out. Duran was a bad boy at lightweight. Who wins, Jesse Rican or Ringside Robbie? Jesse Rican. Jesse Rican's official. Can't fuck with Jesse Rican. I got to tell the truth.
Ringside reporter all day, bro.
Burgess Meredith. Oh, you meant Whitaker versus Duran? Yeah, I would edge Duran on that one, Burgess. Brian says Rican all day.
Bry's my people, bro.
Wow, Nikita's picking Robbie. Wow. Some people are picking Robbie over you. Who wins, Bieber or Ness? Boxing? Oh, boxing debate. I'll win the boxing debate.
Ooh, that was a good one, bro.
I'll win the boxing debate.
Hold on. Can we? But how do we do this?
What?
Hold on. I'm thinking about this. If you invite Ness on your show,
Oh, he would never come on here.
he wouldn't come on.
Nah, he would never come on here. His channel. What would Ness have to gain by coming on here? His channel's like 20 times the size of mine.
When I was starting my boxing shit, he came on mine.
Came on your channel?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't know if you don't ask.
No, I would never ask him. I would never ask him to come on.
That's your problem right there.
I would never ask him.
What
I want to do a reunion show with Chris Carlson, Ashy Knuckles, and D Style Boxing. The old Roper Dope Radio. I want to do a reunion show.
Yo, I remember I used to call you guys every night, bro. Especially after a fight, bro.
We used to do post-fight shows and stuff. That was awesome, bro.
Yo, didn't you start the post-fight shows?
I don't know. I don't know if we.
You were the first ones who did it on Blog Talk. I'm pretty sure.
I think so. Oh, you know Chris too, Las Gabi? I didn't know that. A lot of people still listen to that show, believe it or not. That show's been around for a while.
What, Robodope?
Robodope, yeah.
That was a great show. Remember when you hired me for a couple of weeks?
I had you for like almost 6 months.
Was it that long?
And then you just fell off you fell off the face of the earth. I don't know where you went.
I used to bring you the Spanish FIFA and translate for you and shit.
You used to translate, yeah. Who did you translate for me for?
I forgot, man. Fuck.
We had somebody on there you was translating. Not Sergio Martinez. Not Sergio Martinez. Somebody.
No, I wasn't Sergio Martinez.
But that was cool.
I think I got you, Sergio. I think I got Sergio on the show for you though. if I'm not mistaken.
Sergio Martinez. I think he did one time. Yeah.
I know I got you, Chad Dawson for sure.
B, would you invite Hatman on? Dude, I'd let anyone come on here for a debate. I always put the link in the chat. Anyone wants to jump on, they can come on. I let anybody on here. So yeah, we could do a lot more of these fantasy fights, man. But hey, boxing's coming back next month, bro. So we'll be able to talk about some real fights pretty soon.
Bro, by the way,
How excited are you about that?
I'm so excited. Congratulations on you on your interview with Bob Arum too.
Oh, thanks, man. I always call Bob though. He's cool. He's a cool guy.
That's the Bob father.
The Bob father. You know how it is, bro. You know how it is. Bob is saying he got the whole thing squared away with the testing and everything. So it should be interesting. So are you excited to see boxing like without a live crowd? Because you can hear, like you were saying, you saw the UFC, right? You could hear like every punch and stuff. Talk about that. How awesome is it, like watching a show with no crowd and seeing like all the punches land, hearing all the punches land and stuff like that?
Yeah. I just saw the main event, but yeah, you heard every punch land, and then it's funny because one of the people said that they could hear the announcers giving them advice, and they took the advice and used it on one of them.
Oh, they were listening to the commentary.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's fucked up.
I mean, it's fucked up, but it is what it is. Yeah. I forgot who it was who said it. It wasn't the main event, but they were like, "Yeah, we were listening." They could hear it because they could hear the commentary. But this guy Justin whatever
Justin Gaethje, yeah.
Gaethje, I'm sorry. I don't mean to say whatever your last name is. I'm sorry. He boxed the shit out of Tony Ferguson, bro. Like he just.
My whole thing is this. I asked Bob this yesterday. I said my whole thing is this is my concern, because I asked Bob this yesterday. This is what I said. I said, Bob, what if a fighter tests positive the day before the fight? I said, what are you going to do? And he said, oh, we have 5 fights. We'll scrap one. We'll only go with 4. Okay, so what if 2 fighters test positive, right? What are you going to do? Only go with 3 fights? So there's got to be a plan B. Like there's got to be some backup fighters or something. You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing. Because what if these guys like fucking test positive? Multiple guys. How are you going to fucking keep the card going?
You know, this disease is a weird disease because, and I know a lot of people have caught it, but I think the percentage is something crazy. Like 95% of us have not caught it. And which sounds crazy because we all know somebody who had it.
I'm so skeptical of all the information about this that's coming out. I just don't get it, man. One day they say one thing, one day they say another thing. So I just don't know who to believe anymore. They're sitting there saying, oh, you got to listen to the experts. But are there really any experts when it comes to this? I don't know.
Joe, that's why I look up to you, bro. As an older brother, I really do.
I appreciate that, man. You don't make me cry now. I'm already depressed right now because I'm fucking locked down in this fucking house like a prisoner.
No. I really look up to you like an older brother. You know,
I appreciate it.
And then when you say shit like that, it's true. Like, who the fuck is an expert on this shit? We haven't seen it before. We're just going by what we think. Yeah, that's a great point. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, we would love to see combat sports back and intact. You know.
Yeah. No crowd, no energy. Some fighters are going to be disappointed not fighting in front of a crowd. Some fighters like to feed off that crowd. What are they going to do? Who are they going to feed off of? When the fighters used to feeding off the crowd and that crowd's not there anymore, are we going to see some flat performances from some of these fighters?
I think that's a fighter that I would be, to be honest. If I was a fighter,
Yeah.
I love the crowd energy.
You need the
Like,
crowd energy, right?
well, like I told you, when I was
When you
in,
do when you do your battle rap, when you do your battle rap, you like when people go when you like bust out a slick line. You like the
and
crowd.
people laugh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, not even that. When I
ooh.
wanted, when I was in acting and stuff, I like people like laughing at my line, and
No, you don't want that. You don't want people laughing at you. You don't want people
no,
laughing
if
at
it's a comedy play,
you. Is he getting paid? Last Gabe wants to know if you were getting paid for your battle rap appearances.
I was.
You were. Think what do you guys think? Jesse does shit for free? Jesse's official. You don't do shit for free. I had to fucking pay him to come on here.
Hmm.
Jesse's official. I got Jesse on a stipend right now to make appearances. One of these days, I'm going to fly his ass in the Beeb studio.
Don't do that, because then I will never leave. I'll
I
just say
know,
that.
I know, I know. What's up with that guy Sparks, man? How's he doing?
I haven't spoken to him, bro. That was a great interview, though, right?
What's his first name again? I forget.
David.
David Sparks. Yeah, that guy's cool as shit. We got to get him back on here.
He's cool, bro.
I had fun with him. Wow.
We should make him a third co-host some days.
Yeah, we got to get him. Got to get him. We got to get him. All right, Jess. Let's wrap it up, man. You gonna
Yo,
call in? You gonna call in tomorrow? Tomorrow night?
yeah, I'll call him.
Call in tomorrow night, man.
I definitely will. At Jesse Rican 1. Shout out to Brian Pryor, bro. That's my boy. Cause he gave me 200. So
Oh, you still gonna crack on that bet you won off of Brian, man?
and he gives me 200 just to talk to him too. I feel bad for the guy sometimes. I'm like,
Las
let me just.
Gavis, we take callers on the Sunday show. You can call in tomorrow. You can call in tomorrow, Las Gavi.
Beep, thank you for your platform, bro. I love
Of
you,
course,
brother.
anytime, bro. Anytime, bro.
You're
All right,
my
guys.
big brother. Hold on, you're my big brother, and you know that. Go ahead.
Look at Brian said you gave his government name out. You gave his government name out. You can't do that.
Oh
Shit.
shit, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Gave his government name out, bro.
Well, mine's Jesse Perez. Mine's Jesse.
Now people are gonna start fucking going on Intellus.com. They're gonna go on peoplefinder.com. They're gonna be searching for Brian now. Motherfucker's gonna be knocking on Brian's door now because of you.
Fuck, Brian. I'm so sorry, bro.
You don't do shit like that. Come on, man. I'm only kidding. Beeb, we need a part 2 Stockton versus Isaiah. Oh, you want to?
Bro.
Oh, I gotta bring Brian on for that. Oh no, Brian was on for that one. Brian was on for that one.
Yo, B, you've been killing that Last Dance shit. You've been killing that.
I love the Last Dance. I love Last Dance. I want to be honest. This is want to be honest. I think Isaiah is a scorer. He can dish too. But the thing about Stockton is Stockton's first instinct is to pass the ball. He's not looking to shoot unless he absolutely has to. But he can penetrate. No, I'm on. I love Isaiah Thomas, but I think John Stockton is right there with him.
Absolutely.
I think he's right there with them. But for that dream team, they already had enough scorers. I think if you put a gun on my head, you ask me who's a better point guard, it's a coin flip, bro. It's a fucking coin flip. It's a coin flip. But Isaiah, if I needed, Isaiah can take over a game. There's no question about it. Isaiah could take over a game. But on that dream team, you didn't need another guy that could take over a game because you had Jordan, you had friggin' Drexler, you had fucking Bird, you had Matt, you had Barkley, you had scorers on that team. John Stockton, I honestly believe, was a better fit for that team. All you got to do is look at their numbers. Like John Stockton is the all-time leading assist getter, all-time leader in steals. Okay, you win with both, but Isaiah wins with less. Yes. If it was just a regular team, if you ask me who who do you want as a point guard on just a regular team with just you take two average teams, right? And you ask me which guy I would put on that team, I would probably take Isaiah. But if you take like a dream team like that, I would probably put Stockton because those guys are going to need someone to distribute the ball. That's all. Stockton was well below double digit assists before Malone arrived. Yeah, but everybody needs somebody. It's like Jordan never won until Pippen got there. It's like, come on. Of course, you're going to have someone to pass the ball to. I mean, they had Joe Dumars. You had friggin' Rodman. I will say though, that team, that Pistons team, didn't have a lot of scorers on that team. We need more critical thinking and not just based on that's true. That's true. Stockton did make Malone though. They needed each other, man. Stockton just exactly. He had less of an ego. He just meshed. He just gelled better with those players. Okay, people are misunderstanding the point though. John Stockton was a better fit for that team, not a team, but that team. Now, here's the problem: if you put Isaiah Thomas on Utah, would he give Karl Malone the ball as much as John Stockton did? Because he likes to take over games. He wanted to score. Stockton said to himself, I don't have to score. I'm going to let Karl Malone be the scorer on this team. That's the thing. Now,
Yo, B,
would
yo, B.
Isaiah, let me finish. You can't interrupt me when I'm talking. I don't like it.
I'm sorry. I'm
Now,
sorry.
would Isaiah have relinquished the leadership role to Karl Malone? Because look what happened with Kobe and Shaq. They were both fighting over who's supposed to be the leader, and that's why someone had to go. What if Isaiah and Stockton were on the same? Isaiah and Karl Malone were on the same team. Would he be able to be second fiddle to Karl Malone? But you can't say Isaiah was better than Malone. The two is two. Malone's arguably the best power forward of all time. You could say Karl Malone was the best power forward of all time. How can you compare two different positions? Isaiah was not a better scorer than Malone. Look at Malone's field goal percentage. Take a look at Karl Malone's field goal percentage. You can't say Isaiah was better than Malone. Let's look at ESPN's best basketball players of all time. I want to see where they have the. This is so awesome how this turned into a basketball day. I'm sorry, Jesse. You like basketball?
I haven't seen the last stream, but I'm gonna be out, bro. That's what I was saying.
Okay, I'll let you
But
go. I'll
yeah.
let you go.
All right,
I'm gonna,
bro. Thank
I'm gonna,
yeah,
I'm,
thank you for
I'm,
everything.
I'm gonna
Thank
stay
you.
on. Tim Duncan. You could say Tim Duncan was the best power forward, but most people would say Malone. It's close. Let's look at ESPN's greatest basketball players. I want to see where they put Malone, and I want to see where they put Stockton. Not Stockton. Malone, and where they put Isaiah. Sorry about that. ESPN's greatest basketball player. Okay, ESPN ranked the top 74 players of all time. Let me see. Let me see what the list is. Right here's the top 10. Michael Jordan's number 1. LeBron James is number 2. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is number 3. Bill Russell number 4. I don't know if Bill Russell's number 4. He didn't have a lot of. He wasn't a great offensive player. Okay, Magic Johnson number 5. Wow. Wilt Chamberlain number 6. Wow, they got Larry Bird as number 7. Wow. My man. Tim Duncan's number 8. Kobe Bryant is number 9. And they got Shaquille O'Neal number 10. They don't even have Karl Malone in the top 10, but they have Tim Duncan. What they have? Tim Duncan. They have Tim Duncan at number 8. Wow. Okay. So they think Karl Malone isn't as good as Tim Duncan. There's a strong argument Tim Duncan is the best power forward of all time. You could say that because he could shoot better than Karl Malone, and he was bigger, and he could run the. Well, but Karl Malone could run the floor. Awesome though. He was great. Kobe Bryant's number 9. Wow, they got it. I don't know if I would put Kobe Bryant at number 9. I don't know. I think Kobe Bryant was better than Tim Duncan. Troy, what's up, man? What's going on? What you want to do? You want to talk boxing or you want to talk basketball?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard you say something about Bill Russell's number 4.
No, Bill Russell is. Yeah, I think he's number 4. No disrespect to Bill. No disrespect to Bill Russell. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have any problems with the top 3. I may be inclined. This is just me now. I wouldn't have a problem putting Kobe at like either 4 or 5. I think Kobe's a little bit. Kobe at number 9 may be a little bit low. My opinion.
Okay, where would you
put Beeb doesn't matter. It wasn't as good. He wasn't as good as Duncan. The point is, he's the best pick and roll player ever. That is what inflated Stockton's stats. Yeah, but if Malone doesn't have a guy like Stockton to give him the ball off the pick and roll, then what about Malone? Who made Malone? Who inflated Malone's stats? If you had Isaiah on that Utah Jazz team, is he going to give the ball up as much as Stockton did? You have to ask yourself that question.
I'm still stuck on Bill Russell, man. What he did, people take for granted. He actually
your mic is real low, Troy. Your mic is real low. I can't hear you that well.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got you.
Okay, how about now?
Perfect. Go
good.
ahead. What were you saying about Bill Russell?
Russell, with all his talent and his skill, made the other team double team him and triple team him, which means his teammates were open. And they could score. There's not always scoring, but there's also the importance of who you are, and what you do. He was a team. I mean, because I don't believe they actually won the title without him on the team.
He has 11. He has 11 titles in 13 years. That's incredible. Well, here's one.
Yeah, and
look at this.
One of them was a coach.
Yeah, look at this crazy stat. 22 rebounds per game. That's freaking crazy.
Yeah.
That's
then I did some reading a while back. I think they moved the foul line back because of him or something like that also.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And you always hear about Wilt Chamberlain, but he has more rings than Wilt Chamberlain, and he used to push Wilt Chamberlain. It wasn't vice versa.
Yeah.
He used to push Chamberlain, you know what I mean? So it was I say that he's pretty much number 1. People always have the debate about him and Jordan. I tell people the same thing. When it comes to being an athlete, Michael's a better athlete. leader and player on a team, no, that's Bill Russell.
So
That's Bill Russell.
So you would say you wouldn't have a problem putting Bill Russell at your number one?
I have no problem with that at all.
Wow.
Who else should I put over him?
Well, you know that I guess this top four could, you know, you can shuffle them around if you wanted to, right? Some people think that you know Russell's better than Kareem, or so, you think that you would put him, you as a team leader, you would put him ahead of Jordan, you know. And here's the thing with Jordan, because Jordan had that attitude with his players. Would that have worked on a lot? Would that have worked on other teams? Like, what would have happened if guys like if he tried to do that to a Bill Russell, get in Bill Russell's face? What would happen? You know,
it wouldn't have worked.
It wouldn't have worked, right?
The thing with Bill Russell is that, you know, he was a unifier. He brought the team. I'll give you, like I said, I did a little bit of history on him because I just have a lot of respect for the man, right?
Yeah.
So you know, back in those times, you could drive into a city, and this was a championship team. You know, this is the Celtics, right?
Correct. I'm from Boston, so I know.
So, you know, right. So, you know, you would drive into a team, you would drive into a town, and you know, they would have an issue with the black players and tell them to come around the back or whatever have you.
That's
and Bill
right.
Russell would tell the black players to stay on the bus. We'll stay on the bus because if we can't walk through the front door, then we're not going to play.
Yeah.
Which forced the coaches and everybody else to tell their team owner, you better deal with this because you're not gonna have a game today.
That's right. That's
right. How powerful his voice was.
Well, you know what? I can't take anything away from your argument. I mean, you bring up some good points. So, Brian, what's up, Brian?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Let me ask you.
Basketball. Let me get in.
I know that you're a huge Kobe fan. I know you love Kobe, and
Laker fan first. Laker fan. Yeah. You know, Kobe comes along with it.
Are you disappointed that Kobe's number 9?
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it, and I'm disappointed that, to be honest, I agree with him about Bill Russell and Kareem. They should be number 1 and number 2. These dudes got a gang of rings, you know. Who's number 1? Michael Jordan, and then number 2 is LeBron.
LeBron, yeah.
Man, that's crazy, man. But I guess, you know, this is the time when everybody's on these stats. You know, they looking at the numbers, the stats.
Yeah, I fall victim to that sometimes too. That's
what it is. When you start looking at the numbers instead of actually looking at what the player actually accomplished, you know, then that's really what it comes down to. I guess that's how LeBron is up there. I don't even know how LeBron is over Kobe. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, here's the crazy thing. When it's all said and done, this was an interesting point that I was listening to someone talk about the other day. They said LeBron may end up with a better career than Jordan, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he'll be a better player than Jordan. Because, you know, in about 3 years or so, he could be the leading scorer of all time. He could surpass Kareem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You know, because LeBron got what, like 3 more years in LA? He got like 3 more years. Is it 3?
Something like that. And honestly, I could see LA winning maybe 2 more championships at least with LeBron right now. What do you think?
Oh man, you got me happy right now even saying that. I'm ready to go to the parade. I thought we was going to get one this year.
I was about to say, it was looking good for y'all this year, right?
Yes. I hate this pandemic. I hate it. But, you know, the thing with LeBron is, like, I mean, like, people are saying he's the greatest right now at this very, very second. They got him at number 2 at this very second. Man, I'm like, okay, if we think about he got 3 more years, yes, he got the possibility to passing Jordan, everybody up in those 3 years. But as of right now, in 2020, he still got a ways to go. I don't even know. I got a little cousin. My cousin, he says that LeBron is better than Michael Jordan, but he's young. He don't know
Yeah,
nothing about Michael
the young
Jordan.
kids are gonna say.
Yeah, he
Everybody's
don't
gonna
know
say.
nothing about Michael Jordan. I
Yeah.
said, have you at least seen the Last Dance documentary? No, he ain't even seen that. So I'm like, is that what kind of people are saying LeBron is the best nowadays? People that don't even really know nothing about basketball history at all? Because I don't see how Kareem and Bill Russell should be number one and number two. You know, I'm a Kobe fan and I'm saying that. You know what I'm saying? These dudes was unstoppable.
So, who would be your number one, Jordan?
Uh, I mean, number one will definitely be Kareem. I got to put Kareem up there.
A lot
Kareem
of
was
people put Kareem at number one. A
he
lot of
was
people.
unstoppable, and he's a big man. And
Yeah.
look at their points, the points they put up, the rings they got. I mean, they work shows. You know, Jordan, I would put him at probably number three. You know, and
Who's
then
number
I would
two?
definitely
Who's number two?
I mean, like I said, Kareem, Bill Russell, and then I'll put Michael Jordan at number three.
Who's number
You
four?
know,
Kobe. Who's number four? Kobe.
definitely Kobe. Because I mean, how can people? I don't understand how somebody can make a list with Jordan and not include Kobe. They're like basketball twins. You know, they was like identical out there. They played the same style of play. They had the same type of intensity. You know, I don't understand. You know, but I give the slight edge to Michael Jordan because Kobe was trying to be like Mike. Mike was the original. You know, he was the original. So that's the slight edge. And he got the 6 rings. And LeBron, I would probably put LeBron. I don't know, like you said, where's Shaq on this list, man? That's my dude too.
Shaq's up there too. Wow, they put Shaq like at Let me see where they put Shaq. He's on. He's in the top 10, bro.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because Shaq should be up there. I would put LeBron over Shaq, you know, as far as, you know, these players that been
They
dominating.
got
But
Shaq at number 10 and they got Kobe at number 9.
yeah, that's I guess, you
What
know,
about
but
Tim Duncan? What about Tim Duncan?
yeah, oh man, him too, man. That dude was a baller too, man. I would have to put him. I would say Michael Jordan number three, Kobe number four. I got to put Shaq. That's the most dominating player that I've seen on the floor. When he was young and he was strong, he was murdering Michael Jordan. You know, in them playoffs that year. You know, he was strong. So I got to
Wow.
give it to Shaq. Uh, you know, and then I'll put, you know, Tim Duncan right behind Shaq. You
I
know,
agree. I agree
well,
with
actually, you know what? No, I'll put LeBron James and then I'll put Tim Duncan because I would say LeBron James can carry a team further than Tim Duncan, to be honest.
I agree with uh, Nonita K in the chat. He says Olajuwon over Shaq. I think Olajuwon was a better center than Shaq too. What do you
Then
think?
Shaq, I mean, like the
Olajuwon
team
was.
Shaq had,
I love
he
Olajuwon's
was.
game, bro.
Me too, man. Why he had to bring up, man? I love Elijah one too, man. The drop steps,
He's my favorite
move.
center of all time. I love
But this
Olajuwon. I just
this
love
is
his
where I
game.
give
I love his game,
this
man.
this is where I give Shaq the edge over Elijah one because Elijah one had those moves. Shaq went up against Elijah one and he lost. Remember, he lost in the Eastern Conference Finals or no Western Conference Finals or Finals, NBA Finals. Sorry about that. You know, but he learned those moves from Akeem Olajuwon, doing those drop steps, those spins, the fakes. Olajuwon was so tricky, but Shaq, he learned those moves and he kind of like use Akeem Olajuwon style plus what he do, which is his muscle,
I
and
see what
he
you're saying.
combined it. You know what I'm saying? Because Shaq had moves, he had passes, he was unstoppable, man. Shaq was unstoppable, and he got more rings. Look what he did in Miami. Remember, he went to Miami. He just went over there, teamed up, made Dwayne Wade a superstar out there. You know, so I can't really give it to Tim Duncan over Shaq. I'm sorry.
You think Karl Malone was as good as Tim Duncan, or Tim Duncan better than Karl Malone?
Man, I think Tim Duncan will bust that ass.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan got them moves. Karl Malone had moves, but Tim Duncan had more moves. You know, don't get it twisted. Karl Malone was good. He had, they had similarities because they was both with the fundamentals, you know, but the only difference is that Karl Malone was better off the feed coming from John Stockton as opposed to Tim Duncan will just take you face up off the dribble, one on one. You know, I would have to give it to Duncan over Karl Malone.
Okay. A lot of people agree with you there. I want to see the whole list. I'm trying to find a link with the whole list. Oh, full list of.
Man, I just cannot
Here it
believe
is. Here it
Kareem.
is. Here's a full list, I think. Let me see. Trying to get the full list here. Let me see. Okay, here's the full list. Wow. Okay, they got Hakeem Olajuwon at number 12. They got Oscar Robertson at number 11. Karl Malone 17, bro. Shit, 17.
Yeah.
Boy, they got Kevin Garnett on this list, number 20. Wow, they got Kevin Garnett over Paul Pierce. Nah, come on now.
Yeah, I would give it to Kevin Garnett over Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce was a baller too.
Isaiah Thomas is number 31. Wow. David Robinson,
Man,
number
to go
24.
that whole list. That's the ESPN list or what?
ESPN list. Wow, they got Larry Bird at number 7. That's incredible. I love Larry Bird though.
Yeah, that's in the top 10.
So Michael Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, Bill Russell, Magic Johnson's number 5. Wilt Chamberlain's number 6, Larry Bird's number 7, Tim Duncan's number 8, Kobe Bryant number 9, Shaquille O'Neal number 10, Oscar Robertson number 11, Hakeem Olajuwon number 12, Steph Curry number 13, Kevin Durant number 14, Julius Erving number 15, Jerry West number 16, Karl Malone number 17. Karl Malone should be ahead of Jerry West.
Yeah.
Moses Malone number 18, Dirk Nowitzki number 19, number 20, Kevin Garnett, Scottie Pippen 21, Elgin Baylor 22, Charles Barkley 23. I would put Charles Barkley ahead of Scottie Pippen. There's no fucking way I would not do that.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Charles Barkley was a beast, man. You know, I would almost put Charles Barkley right there with Karl Malone. You know, he didn't have a John Stockton, the Phoenix Suns back in the day. They had Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson wasn't like a big time assist leader, but
they got David Robinson, number 24. And they got Kawhi Leonard, number 25. Should he even be on the list right now or no?
Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate to say it. That dude is a baller, man. He's a baller.
They got him at 25. They got Dwayne Wade, 26. Who's this guy? Giannis?
Hell no. Wait a minute. They got him over Dwayne Wade?
Correct.
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to Kawhi Leonard.
Who's this Giannis how do you pronounce this guy's name?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo, yeah.
Yeah. He's up there too. I don't know, man. He's too young in the game right now. He's way young in the game.
John Stockton's 28. Allen Iverson's 29. Steve Nash, 30. Isaiah Thomas, 31. James Harden, 32. John Havlicek, 33. George Mikan, 34. Jason Kidd, 35. Kevin McHale, 36. Patrick Ewing, 30. Ewing 37. Bob Pettit, 38. Walt Frazier, 39. Chris Paul, 40. Bob Cousy, 41. Russell Westbrook, 42. Rick Barry, 43. Elvin Hayes, 44.
I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Where is Julius Irving in this list? No Julius Irving whatsoever.
No, he's on there.
Oh, he's on there. I didn't hear you.
I read him off already. He's
okay.
He's 15. He's number 15.
Oh, okay, because I didn't hear you.
So Bob Cousy, 41. Russell Westbrook, 42. Rick Barry, 43. Elvin Hayes, 44. Anthony Davis, 45. Dominique Wilkins, 46. George Gervin, 47. Bill Walton, 48. Reggie Miller, 49. Wes Unseld, 50. James Worthy, 51. Nah, James Worthy should be fucking higher than Wes Unseld and Reggie Miller. Cut it out.
Yeah.
Tracy McGrady, 52. Gary Payton, 53. Paul Pierce, 54. Vince Carter, 55. Ray Allen. There's fucking 74, man.
Damn.
74, bro. Dikembe Mutombo, Bernard King. A shitload of guys, man.
I mean, the ones that matter the most is the top 10, pretty much.
Correct, yeah.
Because you can mix and match the other ones, but the top 10, we got to talk about that one, the top 10,
Yeah. No, I got you. That's an interesting list, man. So tomorrow, what we'll do, Brian? Tomorrow's is the recap. So the last 2 episodes of The Last Dance.
Uh-huh.
We can do a show either Monday or something if you have time.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
We'll do a recap of that of those last 2 episodes.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
All right, man. I'm gonna bounce, but thanks for jumping on.
All right. Hey, thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you guys in the chat, and make sure you check us out tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Ringside Reporter Podcast. We will be live tomorrow night, 7 p.m. All right, guys. Peace out. Take care. Have a good one.